There are monsters among us. They are walking around in society doing bad things. They're out there right now. They're monsters. I'm about to tell you about 6 types of people. The do-nothings, the broadcasters, the nice-to-meet-you people, the vampires, the phantoms of the opera, and the turtles. I like turtles. Now, which of those groups of people do you think are monsters? I'll tell you right now. It's the do-nothings, the broadcasters, and the nice-to-meet-you people. Not what you were expecting? Well, let me explain. I'm talking about people's personal mouth-covering styles when they have a cough. Now that you know this, I'm sure that you'll agree with me that the do-nothings are total monsters. People who don't cover their mouths when they cough should be subject to some sort of punishment or something. It's one of the most basic things you can do. It's one of the first things you learn. And if you choose to abstain from mouth covering, you're a monster. But not all mouth covering is created equal. There are things that I see people consistently doing that are basically as good as doing nothing. And that leads us to the broadcasters. Have you ever seen someone cough like this? When you cough like this, this is what happens. You're basically broadcasting your germs to the world. Your germs splay out as if you were using the spread in Contra. So if you cough like this, you are confirmed for monster. Then there's the nice-to-meet-you people. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can these people be monsters? But I'll tell you how. They cough like this. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. These people probably aren't as bad as the do-nothings and the broadcasters, but they're still monsters in my book, because there are better types of people to be than a nice-to-meet-you person. And one of those types of people is the vampire. The first non-monster on the list. You see, a vampire turns his head and coughs into the crook of his elbow. This has the effect of placing your coffee mouth out of the line of fire and into a piece of fabric that you wouldn't necessarily use to shake someone's hand or handle inanimate objects that someone else might touch in the very near future. Then we have the Phantom of the Opera. Operating on a similar principle, the Phantom shrouds his face when coughing. This method is effective and decidedly non-monster-like, but it's definitely wardrobe dependent. And finally, there's the turtle. I like turtles. When the turtle feels a cough coming on, he puts his head into his shell and protects the world from his germs. So that covers it, and I usually have a big finish, but all I can say this week is don't be a monster. And there's one more group, and that group is the no-shows. The ones who say, I could go to work, but I'm sick and I don't want to get the customers and my coworker is sick. The ones who say, I could go to the theater, but I don't feel like coughing on the back of someone's neck for 2 hours. Or the ones who say, I'm hungry, but it wouldn't be fair to make everyone else at the restaurant listen to my disgusting wet coughs and throat-clearing noises while they're trying to enjoy their dinners. So, the moral of today's story is don't be a do-nothing, a broadcaster, or a nice-to-meet-you people. And if you have to be out and about, try to be a vampire, a Phantom of the Opera, or a turtle. I like turtles. But if you're actually sick, maybe you should just stay home. This has been my Sunday Soapbox. Thanks for watching.